Hey, Lucky, I'm good. Fucking bullshit ass sales. People always say everything's on sale. This shit ain't on sale. Sale's a good price, not a bullshit price. That shit right in the trash where it belongs. Bullshit ass sales. Could I? That's crazy. Holy shit. I'm sorry for these people, man. These comments are hilarious. They diss the shit out of these hurricane predictions because it's all bullshit. They think they know what they're saying. You can't predict that shit. It's fucking bad. There's places in Jamaica that got destroyed. Oh man. It says here Hurricane Melissa cut off one side of the city from another. Holy shit. This is dumbass woman did. This thing's completely wobbled all over the place. Now it's gone from Cuba. Now it's about to hit the Bahamas. Of course. These people think this shit's a joke. Shut up. Hey Marley, how you doing? Hey Monique, hey Marilyn. Good morning, guys. I'm just looking at all the news from Jamaica and stuff. That's fucked up. Oh boy. What's up, Dan? How you doing, bro? Little spoiled brat. Yes, she is. Spoiled little brat. Right? Guess what, Dan? In 2 more weeks, she's gonna be a 40-year-old spoiled brat. You're going to the eye doctor? Speaking of eyes, Tanya said she has pink eye and she's not doing too well. She has to go get some urgent care. Last night I read for her and she said she wanted to go to some weekend thing. And I told her I don't see her going. And she said, okay, well, I guess we're going to have to find out why I'm not going. So she got pink eye and now she can't go. So let's pray for Tanya. Hopefully she gets better. That poor woman, she goes through some shit. Always some bullshit. I feel like once she sells that house and she gets away from that area, she'll be fine. Yeah, she'll be all right. She's a tough cookie. She'll be all right. She told me she's okay. It's just her one of her eyes are shut from the pink eye. She wanted to let me know that the cards were right. She's not gonna go anywhere because she's got a fucked up eye. And I was like, well, I didn't want to really predict bad things, but now we know why she's not going anywhere this weekend. She got fucking one eye. So yeah, she told me she's gonna go get some. She's gonna go to the doctor. Always something. It's like she gets a break and then something bad happens. She gets another break and then something bad happens. It's like constantly for her. But all I know is, once she gets out of the place that she's living, I feel like her life's gonna get better. She needs to get away from that whole area. Yeah, she'll be all right then. She said she's okay, but she wanted to let me know that that's probably why she's not gonna go anywhere this weekend. And they said this weekend they're having an open house at her house. It's on the market now. Her house is on the market and it's ready to go. So she can't be there this weekend. So I told her you should just go to the go to the church or go somewhere and just drive and hang out in your camper and just chill. And just go somewhere and just hang out. She can even get an Uber and just go. You know? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll make a huge difference. And another reason why I say things like that is because when we're she when Tanya she said it in here. I'm not like I'm telling her life, but she said it in here plenty of times. But when Phil passed away, and she obviously she gets everything because she's the wife, right? But Phil's family didn't want her to get anything. They tried to fuck her over in many ways. And they threatened her. They tried to get her not to sell shit to make money off of Phil, and she weren't even about that life. It's just people just acting fucking dumb, right? Like, what makes you think that you're gonna get more than somebody's wife, or because they're your brother and sister? How many times you came around the house to see how they were, you fucking idiot? So family is always gonna be fucked up, right? But your wife is your fucking wife, right? So anyway, long story short, because she's gotten so much hate towards her, that these people are hating on her so bad. That's why the house has been taking so much. This whole house thing has been taking so long, and she's been going through so much. Has any of those motherfuckers came down there and lifted one finger to help her deal with that house if they want something from it? No. So they've lost already. You see what I mean? People think that because they're entitled to what their family has. Like the fucking nerve of you to even think that shit. Like if one of my sisters or brothers died and like you think I'm gonna go to their husband or their wife and be like, yeah, I was her brother. I deserve money from this. I would be like, you can stick that shit up your ass. I don't fucking care. When I die, I ain't gonna have nothing. Look, my dad died almost 3 weeks ago. He didn't take a damn thing with him. Nothing. His house is here, his wife's here, his kids are here, his grandchildren's here, his bike's here. I'm driving it. I'm riding it. His car's here. Everything's here. And his bank account's still the same. He didn't fucking take his money with him. It don't work that way. People have to understand that you can be as greedy as you want and have all the things you want in the world. You're going to die with nothing. And I can't express that enough. So please don't think that by getting shit, you're going to have a better life. It doesn't work that way. Some of the richest people in the world are the most loneliest people in the world because they can't go nowhere. Because if they do, they need security. They need a lot of things. They can't just go enjoy themselves like you and I. So think about that. You know, fuck off, like fucking people. Exactly, Marty. She's gonna automatically get it because she's in the will. And even if you're not, you're married to the person, so it's automatic. But the greed of these people, acting like they're gonna get tens of millions of dollars or something like that. And even if you get $1 million or a couple hundred grand or a couple grand, what is that gonna do? That's only gonna last you so long. You don't know how long you're gonna last. Hey Joey, how you doing? Good morning. So that's why I've been trying to do my best to help Tanya as much as I can because I know how it is. I know these people, they're fucking vultures and they want everything that Phil had, and thank God she stood up to all of them, and she's getting what she deserves. You know, because you can do a will anytime you want. You can change a will today, tomorrow, the next day. You can fall out with somebody and change your will again and again and again. People do it every day. So if there was a problem, why didn't he put these people in his will? Obviously not, because he ain't worried about them. Fuck you talking about? Even when he knew he was dying, why didn't change your will? See, people don't give a shit about that stuff, and some people don't care because they're dying anyway. They don't give a fuck whatever's behind. But that's just the way it is. You know, pretty much. You know, yeah. I can't stand wills, and I'd say about maybe 10 years ago, my parents pulled me to the side. I'll never forget this day as long as I live. They said, "Look, we're about to get a will because your brother and because the law back then, it's not a law anymore because they got rid of it because people got away with murder. The law was back then here. I don't know how it was where you guys live, but here, if you did not have a will, everything went to the next person in line, the next of kin, right? So if your mother and father die, it's going to go to the oldest sibling, and the rest get nothing. So my oldest brother is the worst. He has nothing. He married a hoe, had 2 kids with her, and she left him. But my parents said, if we ever die, this bastard is gonna, this bitch is gonna get the house with my brother, and if she gets a divorce, she's gonna end up keeping the damn house and keeping the kids just to keep the house. So for that not to happen, see, my brother, he's the worst. He's the reason why my parents have years taken off their lives. He's one of the main reasons my dad got sick. Cause that fucker, there's some days I want to fucking beat the shit out of him. Cause he acts like he ain't done nothing wrong. He's one of those weird fuckers that think that, oh, I ain't done nothing wrong. It's not my fault. It's her fault. Dumbass, you married a hoe, and the hoe destroyed your life. That's your fucking problem. So my parents came to me one day. They said, "Oh, we need to speak to you. When you come here on Sunday, we have to talk to you about something serious." And I'm like, "The fuck? The fuck you talking about? You gotta talk to me about something." I'm like, "Oh God, what I do now? What the hell is going on now?" So my mom and dad, my dad didn't really say too much, but my mom said, "Look, we're gonna go get a will because we don't want your brother and that dirty bitch to be in this house if we die tomorrow or the next day or the year, a couple years from now, because the law says that he's gonna get everything." So my dad hated that damn woman, and so did my mom. And they told my brother for years not to marry that bitch and not to marry that. And look, they were right, and it caused my parents to be very sick because of him. He was blaming doctors when my dad died, and I thank God I weren't there. And my sisters wanted to say the reason dad died and got sick is because of you. You destroyed his heart. You destroyed everything in their lives because you went and married a hoe. So anyway, long story short, right? Hey Barb, good morning. Long story short, they came to me one day on a Sunday and said, "Look, Mark, we're gonna go do a will, and we want to put the house solely in your name." And I was like, "Well," they was like, "What do you think about that?" I said, "Well, technically, I do deserve this house because I'm the only one who spends money on it and works on it for years. I'm the one who lived here the longest, right?" And then I left, obviously, and came back to help my parents. So I was always the most flexible one because I was single with no kids and whatever, you know. But apparently, people that are single that have no kids can't do the same thing I do, apparently. But anyway, I'm not gonna entertain ignorance. But at the same time, right, my parents said they wanted to put my name on the house by myself and not my siblings because none of them was really, everybody had a house except for me and my brother. But my brother, they would never leave the house to him and that bitch because then she'll get it, right? So they wanted to leave it to me because I was the only one who didn't have a house, right? And I was like, well, I don't think that's right because my siblings are going to think that I pressured you to put this house in my name, right? And they're going to say that I conned you guys or manipulated you guys to doing it. So they were like, yeah, I know how they are. They're probably going to say that and they're probably going to resent you and, be bad towards you in some type, and do shit to you or whatever. Probably like contested or whatever. So I was like, look, mom, look, dad, I don't give a fuck about this house. When you guys die, you think I want to live in this house, knowing that you guys died here or I don't want to be here. I really don't. I said I only fix it up because to give you guys the peace of mind knowing that your house is okay. And at the end of the day, um, what am I gonna do living in a 3 bedroom house by myself with 2 bathrooms and a garage and what the fuck am I gonna do here by myself? I don't have no family, no none of that shit. I don't want one either. So I said, look, I'd rather you put it in all our names because you don't know who's going before who, right? And I said, at the end of the day, we're all your kids. We can all split it down the line. And I said, I don't want you guys to die anyway. And I said, when you guys both go, right? Whatever we sell this house for, and whoever gets whatever money, I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because we're all gonna die right afterwards. So it don't make no difference. I don't care. You know. So they were like, okay, well, we just wanted to let you know that we wanted to put it just in your name. And I was like, nah, that's not a good idea. I said, look, at the end of the day, mom, dad, I don't give a fuck. You know, money don't mean shit to me. It never has. And the more money I have, who fucking cares? So that's what happened. And then they ended up putting the house in all 4 of our names, which is the right thing to do. But now I regret it to a certain point. I regret not taking it 100%. And and then some days I regret it, and some days I don't regret it. Some days I say, you know what? I don't really fucking care. Like I really don't give a shit. Because I know who's gonna be sitting at that table when my mom dies one day. My brother. He's gonna be there with his hands out like this. And he's gonna say, I can't wait till this house gets sold because I'm a broke fucking idiot and I need all the money I can get. And I'm gonna try my best to stay quiet because I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, why am I gonna waste my energy on this broke ass mofo that's going there just to get money from your parents that you never even fucking lifted one finger to do? And I proved that shit to my parents. I proved it just the other day. I told them, I said, look, you're always complaining you ain't got money. If you cut the grass, or if your son cuts the grass, right? I'll give you guys $50 every time you cut the grass, which is a steal because you ain't gonna be here that long. It's like giving you $25 an hour. It's only gonna take you an hour and a half to do it, right? I offered to give him $50 an hour to cut the grass. You know what he did? He laughed at me. He goes, yeah, yeah, I'll see what happens. And then I said, look, this garage needs to be scraped. The paint needs to be scraped off the walls, and we need the primer and paint it. Everything's inside. I left the scraper there, the paint's there. When you guys get a chance, hook it up. I'll even pay you to do it. You know what they did? You know what he did? He laughed at me. And he did it right in front of my dad. And my dad said, well, Mark, I told you already. That fucking bastard is lazy. I don't want him to touch the house. I want you to do it. I know you have a lot going on, and I know you don't feel like doing it, and I know you're trying to help out them. But look what happened. He laughed at you. He ain't gonna do nothing. He won't do nothing. And right then and there, I regretted telling my parents to put that shit in all of our names. I did. I honestly regret it. And I said to myself, this bastard is always crying for money, and he won't even take $50 from me to paint this shit. I was willing to pay him to do my mom and dad's house. And he said no. He was like pretty much laughed in my face as if to say, fuck you. But you don't even make $50 an hour or half of that. So there you go. So why should I, right, care about people that don't lift a finger to help their own parents? And now that my dad's gone, he goes to my mom's house every night and sits there like a pig on the couch and watches TV with her and acts like he's doing something. Acts like he's doing a favor to my mom by hanging out there for an hour and a half, sitting on your fat ass doing fucking nothing. But when my mom dies, you're gonna be the first one sitting at that kitchen table with the lawyer saying, "Oh yeah, I helped my mom do this. I helped my mom." What the fuck did you pay for in this house? What did you do in this house that you could say you did? Right there, look, zero. But you know what? A lot of people, right, who do dumb shit and they get inheritances and they get money from all these wills. You know what happens to them? They get sick. They get cancer. They die. They don't even get to enjoy the money that they fucking didn't deserve. Or something bad happens to them where they have to spend all that money. That's exactly what happens to people like that. That's why I never dwell ever on someone else's money or my money or whatever I have. I'll never do that shit. And neither should anybody else. And you know what? What goes around comes the fuck around. Believe that. Hey Steven, good morning. How you doing, bro? Yep. And then my brother wonders why I don't say much to him. Because you're the cause of the problems that this family had. By marrying that dirty hoe that left you broke and still broke, mom and dad tell you blue in the face, don't marry that woman. She's trash. But no, I love her. You know you don't. You love hers. And you married one and you paid for it. It ain't my problem. And he told my mom yesterday that if the hurricane comes here and it's bad, which it looks like it's coming here for sure on Friday, he says he's gonna sleep there at the house and make sure my mom's okay. I said, you're fucking right you are. Because I can't go down there. She's either gotta come here, because I can't go there. I have to take care of this house. Who the fuck's gonna take care of this house? You? No. So he offered to my mom last night that he'll stay here and take care of, and he'll stay at the house if he has to. And I said, "You fucking right you are, because you don't do shit all anywhere else. You don't do nothing. You absolutely do nothing for your parents. Nothing." And when he came, my dad didn't even entertain him. My dad didn't even want to look at him sometimes. And before my dad died, he told me, "I don't want this guy to do anything around this house because he don't know what the fuck he's doing. Please, Mark, just do it whenever you can." And I did it right in front of my dad. I said, "Dad, I'm gonna offer him $50 to cut the grass, which is a steal. He's gonna get $50 to do absolutely nothing, to walk a lawnmower around and then do the. It takes an hour and a half to do it, and you're gonna make $50 in an hour and a half, more than what you can make now." I proved it right to my dad before he died. I said, "See, Dad, I offered it to him right in front of you. I offered to pay him to cut his own parents' lawn, which I do for free." And my dad said, "I told you he wasn't gonna do it. You can give him $100 and he won't do it. Cause he's lazy. He don't want to cut no grass." To him, that's like a downgrade in his life. Steven, I got your donation. Thank you, bro. You can ask your question when you're ready. Yeah, exactly, Joey. Yeah, their claws and all that shit, and they fuck everything up. You know. Okay, Barbie. Take care. Exactly, Dan. It becomes bad juju, and they figure it out because that's what happened to my cousin when she took my auntie to the cleaners. She was taking care of my auntie for like 6 months, right? So she won't go to a home. She got my auntie to sign these papers from the lawyer, signing her whole life away to my cousin. And then she got all this money from my auntie because my auntie wasn't rich, but she was wealthy. She had like a lot of value. She had a house and she had like money in the bank. She she took the house, fixed it up, and rented it, right? And then getting rent off the house. And then she took all this money and bought a big piece of land and got 150 goats so she can get goat milk to make cheese and to make money. You know what happened to all the goats after 2 weeks? They all got a disease and they all died and they had to burn all the goats. So then she said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get some pigs." She got about 12 pigs. About a month later, all the pigs died from a disease again. So then they put up cameras. They must say, "Yeah, somebody must be poisoning them." They put up cameras. Nobody did anything. So they got a few, like they got some more goats and shit, and they all died again. Whatever she put on that farm died. See? So you're telling me that spirit don't exist. You're telling me that spirit didn't do that. That it was just a fluke, right? And you put up cameras and nobody poisoned them. So you're telling me it just naturally happened, right? No. That's my auntie in spirit saying, "Fuck you. You stole money from me. Now I'm gonna take it off. Now I'm gonna make sure you don't make no money off of." And that's exactly what happened. And now they all broke. Good. Fuck. And we heard that the house that she was renting from my auntie, it's they haunt the house so the people leave. And it's just sitting there closed up. Nobody wants to live in it. Hey Joey. Yeah, my mom's okay. I spoke to her today. I'm gonna go see her later on. Both my nephews come back from away today, so thank God they come today and not tomorrow because they wouldn't be able to come because the hurricane is gonna come towards here tomorrow night into Friday. As you can see it in the background, it's coming pretty close here. This hurricane has destroyed pure shit. Destroyed Jamaica, Cuba, and now it's going to the Bahamas and then it's coming here. So it's making its rounds, unfortunately. Yeah, mom's okay. Enjoy the rest of your day, Joey. I'll be on later, yeah. Yep, the same hurricane that's hitting Jamaica. See it above my head? It's coming towards here. Yep. By Friday morning, it'll be here. But they said it's going to be very fast and it's going to be like 60 to 90 mile an hour winds. But it's changed every single day. So I'm not really worried about it too much. 24 hours from now is when I'll really know what I have to do. So, and I'm glad my nephews come back from away today because they can help me put up the hurricane stuff if it gets bad. Yep, all the hurricanes want to come to Bermuda this year. We've had like about 5 of the bastards already. So, yeah. Yep. It's still 105 miles an hour right now. And when it gets here, it's supposed to be 90 miles an hour. But a lot of people are predicting it to die before it gets here. So we'll see. Because it's right now it's going through, it just left Cuba and it's going to Barbados or Bahamas, one of those places. I think it's Bahamas. It's going to Bahamas now. So then as it comes towards us, the water gets colder. So it starts to disintegrate more and more and more. So I don't believe that it's really going to do anything to us like that. But we'll see, you know? Yeah, karma's a bitch. It happens, you know? Okay, Joey, take care. All right, you want a general, Steven? No problem. All right, Steven, I see a lot of people around you. I see a couple people around you. I see 3 men and a woman here. In general, it looks like try not to blow your temper or like get into arguments with these people. I know it's hard not to, but there could be a younger man trying to like distract you, or you're suspicious of this person as it is, but this person might act like oh nice just to get something from you. So be aware of this person. There's also another man here. He's not very honest, and these people are not going to be honest towards you. They're very temperamental too. They have a temper. They blow their tempers quick or start arguments very quickly. Both of these men, and there could be someone. It could be a woman, or it could be someone that tries to like help you, but also has an ulterior motive at the same time. So whoever tries to help you, Steven, also might be trying to fuck you over at the same time. So be aware of help offered to you in the next like couple weeks. Um, but after all of this shit happens, these people try to get you, they're gonna realize that they can't get to you or they can't do anything to you. And you're just gonna depart from them and not really worry about them and act like they don't exist. So this might happen in the next couple days or weeks, in general. Might be happening right now and then continuing for a bit. If you want to change your residence, if you want to go somewhere, it's possible to go to another place or another area if you're really looking to get to somewhere different. If you want to like move from where you are, there's a possibility you might find a better area or a better place to move from, to move to, I mean. Um, there could be also a man that says, "Hey, look, Steven, I got a place that you can come to and live with me, or you can live next to me in this other place." So it all depends if if you're looking for a new place to live. Somebody can approach you and tell you, "Hey, look, I have a place that you can have. You know, it's better than the place you're living now." If that's the case, if you're looking for a place to live, or the conditions of the area that you're living can get better in the next like maybe couple weeks. So in general, I see that people are going to try and screw you over, argue with you, annoy you, and you're suspicious of these people as it is and stay that way and don't get any help from them because they have ulterior motives. So remember that. And like I said, if you want to move, you can move if you want to. It's up to you. But there might be someone that says, "Hey, look, I have a better place if you want to move," or the place you are gets better because of somebody moves or does something to make your living arrangements better. So it could be that. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. I'll answer you. Next. What are the thoughts and feelings? No? Oh, it seems like he's very happy that you enrolled him in this class. Looks like this person is very creative. They're very self-reliant. They're awaiting this new journey and this new beginning. Um, Deep down inside, they're very happy, but at the same time, they're worried about if this is really going to solve their present difficulties in their life, you know? Like they still have work to do in their own life and they feel stuck at times. But because you gave them this opportunity, they feel like, hey, I know what I'm doing. I know I can ace this class. I know I can make I know I can make this happen. You know, I know that I'll be okay at the end of the day. And I'm grateful that he's grateful that you did this for him because now he can actually show what he's capable of doing. But he still feels like he has some things that he has to deal with, you know? So, yeah. But it looks like he has a lot of ideas and he's very good at what he does. So by enrolling him into this class, he feels like now I have the real good beginning that I deserve and what I need. He just needed a break. So it's nice for you to do that for your cousin, Marilyn. I think he greatly appreciates it very much. And it's gonna give him an opportunity to show his skill. So whatever you enrolled him in, apparently he already knows what he's doing. So it's going to be really easy for him to adapt and to make good of it, you know? So he's happy, but he's also like, he probably thinks it came at a different time. It could have came at a better time, but he's also saying, you know what? Hey, maybe this is what I need. You know, maybe this is probably what I need to deal with right now. So he still like feels a little up in the air about it, but also grateful at the same time. Okay, Steven, so you said that lots of cops been in by the office, yeah. So it looks like got some bullshit going on there. And then you said you moved already. Okay, cool. So the move, so now that you've moved already, wherever you've moved, it should be a lot better there eventually. So that's probably why I saw a move there. Now that you've moved away from the bullshit, hopefully you didn't move into more bullshit. And if you did, it's going to end up being okay in the long run because there's people that are suspicious or have been you suspicious of something's going to karma will get to them eventually. So I would say hold tight and just make sure that you're okay where you are for yourself. You're welcome, Marilyn. So yeah, it looks okay. Looks good. Oh boy, it ain't easy. I gotta pick up my nephew today at 3 o'clock. Actually, I gotta check his flight and see if he had. Monique, you're next. You can ask your question when you're ready. I gotta check this flight. I'm gonna check this flight and see if he's gonna come in. Yeah, I know. I got it. You're next. Um, I think they said Bermuda Air. Right status. All right, cool. The flight's on time. He actually leaves in a few minutes, so it says it gets here at 2:55. Good. Yay. I can't wait to see my nephew. I haven't seen him in 2 weeks. I need his help for the hurricane shit. They're coming back at the right time. I swear Spirit has always got my back because I was so worried. I was like, fuck, if they were to come back on Thursday, they probably wouldn't be able to come back because the hurricane is going to be close. Now they're coming like just in time. So that's good. The flight's on time. Yeah, Steven, that's the best way, bro. Just keep to yourself and don't get yourself involved in anybody's bullshit. I try that I do that every day. I stay away from all the bullshit, especially this past. Since my dad passed away, I have to deal with my siblings, and they're a bunch of idiots, except for my youngest sister. But my two older siblings, they're the worst, man. They're so fucking annoying, and they say the stupidest shit, and they had the least amount of relationship with my dad. And just to hear them talk pisses me off, because they act like my dad meant so much to him, and they didn't even give a fuck about him. So it pisses me off, but I just, for my dad's sake, I'm gonna keep the peace and just ignore the ignorance of them and know fully well that, he's taking care of me and my mom. I've had a lot of signs since he's passed away, so I ain't worried about my other siblings. Like my older siblings, they're a bunch of fucking idiots. So I just keep to myself, keep my, keep my sanity and my energy, and just go about my business. All right, so you said, so Jason and I have been friends for years. I get the cards pulled from last time. I'm getting a no, Monique. I don't get that this person is going to be trustworthy. I think they trust you. If you're younger than him, then I would say that he trusts you and knows that you're going to be loyal and consistent, and he knows that you can be the woman that he needs. But for you to depend on him and trust him and want something like a relationship with him, I don't get that. I don't see him doing that. I don't see him giving you what you want. I see problems, I see obstacles, I see delays, I see him being like broke, or if he isn't broke, he spends a lot of money, and he doesn't have a lot of money, he won't be supporting you financially, and he'll be like things will be okay and then dissipate very easy. So, but I feel like he feels highly of you, but for him to like be in a love relationship with trust and all that, I don't get that he will. So ain't nothing changed from last time. I still see this person not giving you what you truly want. So if you want trust and love, and I don't get that. I get all bad cards here as far as him. But you, I get that you're trustworthy and faithful and loyal, and you think he could trust you. But I don't see him like being trustworthy. So I still don't get anything concrete here as far as a relationship. And that's for the next like 2 to 3 months. I don't see nothing changing. I actually see him trying to use you if he were to get with you. Like he would make you do everything. And if you know he doesn't have a lot of money, then that's probably like not a good thing because it looks like he has money issues, money problems, debts, and to be with him would be a risk. So I don't get that it'll be a good thing to have a relationship with him. But it's up to you. You do what you want. But your question is, will you be able to build trust? Not in the next couple months. I would say no. But trust is earned in years, not months. So it's up to you if you want to take the risk. The card's saying if you take a risk, it's up to you whether or not you can build trust. But if you're asking me this question and in the same breath you're saying you've been friends for years, so if you can't trust him and you're asking about trust now, then that means you don't trust him all these years. Because if you trusted him, you wouldn't be asking, right? So if you can't trust him, then that how is there going to be built trust now? Yes, I understand that, but I'm talking about you and him, not me. Leave me out of the reading. I'm talking about you and how like you're saying you've been friends for years. You can be friends with somebody, but you can't trust. I have friends I can't trust, so I totally get what you're saying. But to be in a relationship, I would say no. You can't trust him in a relationship. You can try. You can have a friendship with him, but that's about it. You know. So if you're asking that, then that's not the right thing. We all have friends that we have, but we can't trust. We're just friends and just cool, but you know you can't trust them. And we all have friends that we can trust, but it's very limited, right? So, but you're asking about a relationship, so I would say no. You could still be his friend, but to trust him in a relationship, I would say no. I would say no. And if you find him immature, then obviously that's the risk that you're gonna take. You know. That's why I left for missing work for a while. Yeah, Steven, but I'm glad you made a better choice. If things are better for you now, bro, then that's good. Well, that's probably why I got a younger energy. So that younger energy is a immature energy. So you just confirmed that he might be the same age, but he acts immature. So that's where that definition came in, probably. All right, Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. You said, will my Sage cousin tell me she wanted to stay? You're welcome, Monique. Marilyn, I pulled cards on whether or not your Sag cousin trusts you or the Scorpio aunt, and she doesn't trust either of you. She'd rather just stay out of it and not trust anybody. She's disappointed that this has happened because she shows up. This person shows up in the cards, the Sag, because I got fire energy here, and this person doesn't. She doesn't trust you or the aunt, so she rather just stay out of it because she don't know who to trust. Like it's like I've said to many people in the past, sometimes if you can't trust people, it's best to not even get involved or pick a side because people can manipulate you with the truth and lies. So I would say that this person, right? This Sag cousin of yours, right? She told you she wanted to stay out, and that's the reason because she don't know who to trust or she don't want to pick sides to cause more problems. So She doesn't think she could trust you or the aunt. So she'd rather just stay out of it. And she doesn't think you're responsible. She just doesn't want to get involved. I'm getting that she doesn't want to get involved and doesn't think anybody's responsible because it doesn't tell me that she feels like either of you are responsible. She just feels like both of you are like, the cause of the issue and just leave it alone. She sees a lot of selfishness, disappointment, and she also thinks that your aunt is being bitter about things. So that's why she's like, you know what? I'm not getting myself involved in this bullshit. And usually Sag women don't get themselves involved in people's bullshit. If they do, it's behind the scenes. But that's what I would say, Marilyn. I would say that she just doesn't want it. She's being honest. She wants to stay out of the issue. But she doesn't think that you're responsible or she's responsible. She thinks both of you are responsible for what's happening. But she feels like your aunt is more responsible because of the bitter experiences that she's put people through. If your aunt is known for drinking or doing some type of drugs or in the past, then that's probably why the Sag cousin probably thinks it's more her fault than yours. If that's the case, if she drinks, because I got like the drinker's card there, like somebody who's like addicted to something or like addicted to bullshit to like to cause problems. I agree, Steven. A friend you can't trust is not a friend. You just put him in the friend zone. Like I said, you can have friends you can't trust. You just have them for certain things. And then you have friends where you're like, yeah, whatever. I'm not listening to that bullshit. You're welcome, man. I have a lot of friends I can't trust, and I don't really call them good friends. I just call them distant friends, people who I don't trust, but you're not really going to be around me every day. Hell no. I don't have no friends around me every day. All my friends are pretty much gone and doing their own thing. And I don't really have people come to my apartment and hang out with me. And if they do, I take them outside. I don't bring them inside. Because I don't want their energy in here. I don't want their, like, their evil eyes in here. Or because I don't really trust any of my friends either. Because they haven't shown me loyalty and trust. They showed me envy and jealousy. That's what they've shown me. So that's why I don't really have too many, you know, close friends like I used to. Ever since I started my business 20 years ago and live in this house 16 years ago, I've had less and less friends. Because the jealousy went to an all-time high. So I was like, well, if you're jealous of me and you weren't jealous of me when I was fucking had nothing, then obviously when I had nothing, you was my friend. But when I had something, you didn't want to be my friend no more. So I guess I just got handed everything in life, right? You don't see me work hard. Nah. That's why cheers to my haters. I love you. You made me stronger. No, you can F yourselves because I don't care. I'm doing what I got to do. God takes care of me. That's all that matters. Don't need no friends if you got God in your life. It's that simple. I got my mother. I got my sister. I got my nephews. I got my dog. I got myself. I got you guys. My life's complete. I'm good. I got my dad in spirit now. I got all my ancestors in spirit that help me. So why should I need anybody physically in my life to ruin it? Hell no. Wait, Donnie, wait. I'll help. Okay, so you good? You okay, baby? What's the matter, boo? You okay? You're gonna have a serious homecoming from my nephews today. What's the matter, baby? Come on, let's go. You wanna go outside and go pee pee? Huh, baby? You wanna go outside? Or you wanna go sleepies? Okay. You okay, baby? You good? In a couple more hours, you're gonna see your two favorite people besides me. Your two nephew, my two nephews are gonna give you so much love and kisses. They're gonna go crazy. They haven't seen you forever. She hasn't seen one of my nephews in a month and a half, and she hasn't seen the other one for 2 weeks. When they see her and she sees them, she's gonna go crazy. Especially my older nephew. She hasn't seen him in a month and a half. Her mommy came home yesterday. Yeah, Steven, it is pretty sad, but you know what? I rather have my mom and my dad always told me that your friends are like your teeth when they don't hurt. And I always, would take that saying to the grave. And then my other friend told me you only need 6 friends, the ones that carry you to your grave. And I was like, well, I have 6 nephews who I love very much and they love me, so they can carry me to the grave one day. Not no time soon, because I have to help fix the fucking stupid people in the world. God's not gonna let me die no time soon. He's gonna be like, yeah, I need you here, bro. These people are fucking insane. You need to talk some sense into them. You need to make the world better. You need to take care of your family. And in return, I just get spiritual help. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like I just help my family and I'm here for a reason and do what I gotta do. That's all. I don't really care about too much shit anymore. I'm too old for that shit. I'm almost 50 years old. I don't give a fuck about nothing really anymore. I just have to do what I gotta do. I'll rephrase that. I don't give a fuck about other people unless you're a part of my life in a good way. If you're a past person or you're somebody I don't care about, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care what you're doing, where you're going, what your life is about. Don't tell me I don't care. Any people I care about is my mom right now, my sister, my youngest sister, my nephews, and my dog, and my closest friends who I really love and care about. And half of them are on here because I have more support on here than I have in my physical life. Because a lot of my physical friends in real life here are all jealous, envious, and a bunch of assholes that think that I was given everything in life, or because I have a better life now, I'm not good enough to be around them, or I'm just not in their category. But meanwhile, some of them are doing better than me and still probably regret treat me the way they did because they ended up, being better at life because of my encouragement and my help. But some of them have too much pride to tell me that, so they stay away. And I'm like, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm glad you're doing good. Good for you. I don't wish no bad shit on nobody. Just leave me alone. Don't put your bad shit on me. Don't put your shit on my table. That's all I ask. Don't put your shit over here. I don't want it. I have enough shit to deal with as it is. But I like my life. It's the way it should be. Less people, less to worry about. I got a lot on my plate right now. I got to deal with my mom. I got to deal with, working, paying my bills, and fuck everybody else. I really don't care. I've helped a lot of people in my life, and I don't need a medal. I don't need the Nobel Prize fucking award. I don't want no awards. All I want is my sanity, good energy, good vibes. I want to laugh every day. I want to help the people who I love and care about, and everybody else is irrelevant to me. They really are. If I'm helping you, you should be grateful because my help is good help. I would never like turn a blind eye to people, that I love and care about. I've helped a lot of people. A lot of people have helped me too. So I'm grateful for those people, and that's it. That's the truth, Marley. That is the absolute truth, you know? And that's what happened to me, unfortunately. with a lot of people in my life. When I started my business, I got hated on so much by my friends. They were like, "What the fuck? How the hell did this guy come from the ghetto with nothing, and now he's got a business? Now he's got all these big jobs. Now he's making money." But I want to ask them a question. Do you see me wearing Rolexes? Do you see me wearing Gucci? Do you see me with gold chains around my fucking neck? Do you see me going away every 5 minutes? Do you see me like flaunt? Do I own a Mercedes? Do I own a house? Am I rich? Am I a millionaire? No, 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 fucking no. But do I have my own sanity? Do I have good energy? Am I doing good for myself and my family? Yes. I'm far from rich, nor do I want to be rich because I don't want nobody knocking on my door asking me for a loan. I'm not the bank of fucking Mark. Fuck you. I earn all my money. I came from nothing. And that's why I'm always going to be. So the people who no longer speak to me because I made it, that's their problem. I'm enjoying my life. I have my own business for 19 years now, going 20. I've been on here for 6 years helping thousands of people. Not hundreds, thousands of people I've helped on here in the last 6 years. You can go count them all in the last 6 years. It's thousands, not hundreds, thousands of people I've helped. Right? And I've DJ'd for 20 years of my life, having fun all over the world. And now I'm doing it online again, finally, after all these years. So my life is great. I don't need a lot of friends. I don't want a lot of friends. The less, the better. The more headaches. So everybody that I talk to on here that's my good friend, I love and care about. And more people online gave me condolences when my dad died than people in physical life. And that's fucking sad. My best friends that I had didn't even call me to say, "Hey, Mark, I know we guys don't talk anymore, but sorry to hear about your dad." Not even a text, not even a call, not even a related message. So you think I'm hurt because of that? No, that just shows me what a piece of shit you are. That's it. And it's not even made me mad because the people who mean the most to me gave me my condolences, were there to support me, and that's all that matters. You think I need my past shit friends to finally come forth and say it takes a person to die for you to say something to? I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, man. I don't need your condolences. I don't need your support. You weren't supporting me all this time. You hated me because I was started making it. Exactly, Marley. And that's the point I'm making. Is my real friends came through for me. People that I haven't even seen in real life. Like you guys. I haven't even seen you guys in real life. Never met you in physical. But it doesn't have to. You don't have to. This is the way the world is, right? Internet friends, people that actually mean more than your real friends in real life, people that actually give a fuck about you, you know? People that actually care to say something or to like be there for you. And that's all that matters. That's all it takes now. The world's different. Some of these virtual friends I have are better than fucking real life friends I have here. And I'm sure you guys probably say the same thing. I'd rather hang out with Mark than hang out with these fucking people in real life, hating on me and shit, acting crazy, you know? And that's the best way. That's the best way. I found out that my online friends are better than my physical friends here. They actually gave a shit, actually talk to me every day, ask me how I'm doing, ask me how my mom's doing, was there for me, did shit for me, talking to me, keeping me up. And look, I was here every day. Even the day my dad died, I was here. My dad's funeral, I came on here. I've been on here every single day because I don't let that shit bother me. It never will. Life has to go on, whether it's my dad or not. And that's why I want to show people, give people an example that life does not and will not change after death. That's significant where you have to hide in a hole and take it as a bad thing. You're supposed to take it as a good thing, and that person is now free with you forever in a spiritual form that can help you in your day-to-day life. And if you don't understand that, then there's nothing I can help you understand. So you just got to keep going. And that's why I like to set the example for others and show you like, hey, look, Don't listen to the outside world. You gotta listen to what's in here and in here. If you can use your heart and your brain at the same time, like me, you'll see your life get better. Trust me. You just gotta block out all the noise. I know it's hard. Trust me. I've been very good. These past few years, I deserve a fucking medal out of the bullshit that I've dealt with people and trying not to say things back to them and give them my energy. There's times where I'm gonna flip, of course. There's times I'm gonna be mad, yes. But then I catch myself right after and I say, Mark, don't do it. They want you to get mad. They want to aggravate you. They want to fuck you over. They want to see you fall because you're strong. They want to, you know, keep banging on your fucking door and making you feel bad or making you feel like you ain't strong enough. See, that shit never bothers me no more. I realize that that saying that says sticks and stones may break my bones, but you can never hurt me, or something like that. That saying is. I go by that every day. You can beat me down all you want, but you're never gonna get me. You know, and that's all that matters to me. And my dad's death was definitely a big eye opener, but at the same time, I'm not using it for sympathy and using it in a bad way. I'm using it to empower my life and my family and show everybody, like, look, dad's here. You guys just don't realize it. And last night, I watched my team, the team that we support, Sporting, the team that's right here, the green team, the Portuguese team. They won 5-1 yesterday. And the players that scored the goals were some of my dad's favorite. And I said, look at this shit. It's like a never ending story. Since he's been gone, like the teams won every game. I know he's watching it with me. And when the guy that he likes scored, I said, look at this shit. And he scored 2 out of the 5. And I said, look, my dad loved this fucking guy. And he scored 2 goals. And I was just like shocked that we won that much. And then everything was just perfect. So I know he's watching the game with me and we won again. And it's like, it's the best feeling in the world. So, and the amount of support that my mom has gotten since my dad died from everyone has been amazing. And from people we would have never thought that would come through, and people that we thought was going to say something haven't. So it just shows you like the people who really care and the people who give a shit, or have the same thing happen to them in their lives. So it's definitely been an eye opener to see who your true friends really are. Like Marley says, you find out who your friends are in moments like this. So I definitely found that out in the last couple weeks. That's for sure. You know, and that's why people gotta understand that you can't change a person's life. They have to want to change. You could say things to make them change, but it's still up to them at the end of the day. You know. Exactly, Stephen. I say this. We're all good people in here. Because if you wasn't, you wouldn't be here. But I feel like I have a lot more good people that I talk to online than in real life, and that's pretty sad. But at the same time, it's meant for me to deal with. It's meant for me to have. I rather have decent friends online that support me and care about me than people that are physically trying to stab my back here in where I live in Bermuda. So at the end of the day, it all happens for a reason, right? So that's why I'm not really too upset or my energy's down or anything like that, because I know the truth, and it has to happen sometimes in that way. Death can really show you, a death of a significant person in your life really shows you who really gives a shit, you know? So it's another eye opener to me on who is what and what's who and who's greedy, who's not. So, I've seen a lot of shit happen, but I'm trying to like just stay sane and stay focused on the main thing. And I don't care what anybody does or says. I know that my dad's in spirit helping me every day. And that's all that matters. And that's why I'm the person who I am when I come on here every day. Because I'm getting what I need on here from the power from them, and that's all that matters. And the more people that die in my life, the more power I get. And that's all that matters to me. That I stay powerful, I stay legit, I stay trustworthy, I stay loyal to my commitment to spirit and to God and to myself and to the people who I deal with. And that's all that matters. I have nothing on my conscience when I walk up these fucking steps every day to go to sleep. Nothing. My brain's completely clear when I go to sleep. I have nothing on my conscience that I've done bad to somebody. And that's all that matters to me. Conscious free. That's the best way you can live your life. If you know you ain't done nothing wrong to nobody or a certain situation, then you're good to go. You'll sleep better and you'll have a better life. If you're a bad bastard, then you're gonna get karma. And I know that's true because it happens every day. I see it happen to people every day. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get some lunch. It's 12:40 here. I need to go get some lunch and I'm gonna go pick up my nephew in about 2 more hours. I gotta go get him. Can't wait to see him. I'm gonna stop at my mom's and make sure she's ready for the hurricane. The good thing is my brother says he'll spend the night there. But see, the latest forecast says Hurricane Melissa makes its final approach and passes to the near west and races away to the northeast early Friday morning. See, it remains a threat. So conditions rapidly deteriorate. Blah blah blah. So it's supposed to come across Bermuda very fast. So it's not going to do that much. So hopefully, I don't. I'm probably not gonna put up no hurricane shit. I'm just gonna close all the blinds and then put the hurricane stuff on the porch, and so I can put all the furniture there and just leave it alone. Cause it's supposed to go across really fast, so I'm not gonna really worry about it too much. I don't have the energy to be putting up shit all the time. I'm done. And plus, it's supposed to race cross here, like they say. So I'll just pray we'll be all right, and we will be. So I'm just gonna hunker down, and that's it. There's nothing else I can do but just ride it out. As you can see above my head, it says 60 to 70 gusts, 90 gusts, but that can change. That's fluctuated all week. They say different shit every day. 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that. It says 70 miles away from Bermuda. Yesterday it said 30. Yesterday it said 30, then it said 60, now it says 70 miles away. So then another guy said that it's supposed to be 90 miles away from us. So the farther it's away from us, the less it's going to do. So let's pray that it stays away from us. So that way you guys can have me this weekend. I feel sad for all the kids because it's supposed to come here on Friday morning. And hopefully Friday night is gone and the weather's better for the kids to go trick-or-treating on Halloween on Friday. So I feel bad for the kids because usually they have like a party on Thursday and Friday in the schools. So I hope it's going to be okay. All right, guys. I'll see you later. It was good talking to you guys. I'll be back later on at some point in time. All right. Take care.